set up like this.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because then we don't have to kind of just...
Can you see the cows?
Oh yeah. So, welcome back to a bit of a sad video really. We just felt like we should talk about maybe why we haven't been, I don't know, posting the videos recently.
The last few weeks.
Yeah, and the people who have been watching the channel for a longer time may have seen Stuart in the background, always willing to help us.
Well, not really even in the background. I mean, we introduced him in one of like the first videos that we did, like when we were back to farming, and introduced him as farm manager, and he's worked on our farm for about
nearly 30 years.
Yeah, nearly 30 years, and he's been a really big part of the family. And I've known him all my life, and he taught me so much about farming and particularly lambing and like getting to know the cows and stuff. But he sadly passed away a few weeks ago now.
And we just wanted to make a wee video to explain kind of what happened, and I don't know that, I guess still as part of us, which we look over to his house on the farm, and we still kind of almost expect him to jump out and come give us a hand with things, and because he was always around, always there, always willing.
Yeah, he'd been unwell for a couple of years. He'd been diagnosed with bowel cancer about 2 years ago now. So we were aware, he was aware of
his conditioning
and what was happening, and so there had been certain things put in place to prepare for this. Obviously he'd been keeping all the books, that sort of thing, so it had been a transition period this last year when we got back from travelling, with him kind of making sure that we were happy with what we were doing,
and we understood what was going on as well,
in the case that he did pass away. So we were prepared, but I think at the end it went a lot quicker than we thought it would. So it has been quite hard to process. I think that's what Rue was saying, like we almost expect him to come out the house, because
it's one of those things where it's gonna happen, and yet it's still a shock when it does happen.
And even though he had been really, really unwell in the last few months, he was still feeding the cows right through until February. He was still until the end of February. He was definitely still out seeing his cows every day. So that's definitely how he wanted it.
Which is also why we are here with the cows. Thought it's quite fitting that we'd be here with the cows, which is where Stuart loved to be. He loved being particularly with the cows, I think.
Yeah, when he first started working, he was more he was more hands-on with the sheep, because we had a different stocksman on the farm as well, and he was very hands-on with the cattle. But once he had moved on from the farm, Stuart really took over, and he was the main man for the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, I think I want to get this right. Stuart, I think, started out in like finance originally. That's what he trained in, like what he went to uni and did.
Accounting.
Yeah, accounting, and then he's kind of progressed from that into forestry. I think he just wanted a career change.
Yeah, he liked being outside, and he was a practical person. He was good with his hands.
So he was tree planting a lot and fencing, and then I think from fencing you kind of get into agriculture, because there's obviously a lot of fencing with farming, and then he was helping out at kind of 2 farms, this being one of them, and then another farm as well, and then latterly I think as some employed people on the farm moved away, Stuart kind of took up more roles.
Hear that in the background. That's
sorry, Buddy's doing a victory roll, or whatever that is. But and then he ended up on the farm for full time. So we just wanted to make a video to kind of explain what's been going on.
Yeah, and the next bit of this video will be to commemorate his life, and Rue made a really lovely wee thing for the funeral, and I think that is one thing that we're most grateful about the videos for, is that we have so much footage of Stuart, which is really, really nice to watch.
We can look back at it.
And I have a few videos on my phone I took of him, even just like teaching me how to sew up the wool bags and stuff like that, and it's really nice to just like look at and
look back at them and
yeah,
with fond memories. But yeah, so we'll just play that little bit of footage now, but there will be more videos coming. There's lambs to look at and stuff like that and go through. But yeah, that'll be in a wee while. We're not sure when we'll do that, but
quite a bit of field work as well and hay as well before that. So.
Exactly. So farming as ever, it continues though, you know. But we will go forward with Stuart in our hearts and minds, I think, you know.
Poe,
As Poe winds up the cattle.
come here. Poe, here. Good girl. Uppies. Good lass. Up.
And yeah, we'll try and do right by Stuart as best we can.
Yeah, and just remember everything he's like taught us. And
Yeah. That was another thing that he said, you know, when he got the diagnosis, he said, just anything you want to know, just come to me, you know, ask me questions, because with him becoming less physically able, he was definitely keen to share his knowledge with us.
And he was always at the other end of the phone, like
Absolutely,
even in
yeah.
like lambing when he was really unwell. I did still call him a few times.
Just
So
to ask him about things.
yeah, so it's very sad goodbye, but we are very lucky that we had him on the farm and part of our lives, so I guess we've just got to be
Grateful for the
Yeah.
time we had with him, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, cue the little bit of footage of him, and thanks for watching. See you on the next
sorry,
one.
my pose bobbing into the camera. Naughty girl.
See you later. Bye bye.
Wait, have you introduced them?
Yeah, well, I said this is Stuart and Doug. Morning, Stuart.
Going for a little jolly in the tractor.
So what are we looking for when we're looking at a ball?
Basically something that you look at a ball and go, yeah, I like that ball. It's just something about the ball.
Happy days?
Oh yes.
All good?
We have a closed herd, do we?
We have a closed head, yes. We only have a buy-in goals.
Yeah. And Stuart knows everything, and then I'm a learner.
Roughly 8 rows or 10 rows is enough a gap. So when you get to the end of the row,
You've counted in here, so this is what the 8.
well, it's either 8 or 10. I counted 6 rows then, that's not right, it's roughly.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's me, I can. Yes, I know. Just look at your logs, you just behave yourself. I thought you would jump, you little bizzle. Means when you've recorded all your numbers, you can get a list, so you know your tag numbers for your sheep, and you know theoretically how many sheep you've got because of the tag numbers. 21, 23 days to register it with the department.
Are you doing a video or picture?
I'm thinking about doing a picture.
Have you tried
Oh well, never mind.
I think we're happy.
Oh, yes.
We're very happy. Cool.
Oh, that was very easy. What happens is when he comes back on Thursday, there'll be a little lump on the neck which shows that they've got a reaction,
I see, aye.
which means you've got TB in the heart. So what we're hoping for is no reaction.
No lumps.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
That's Isla driving the quad bike. Our lives in her hands. Try it again and see it over. So as soon as one goes over, the rest just follow.
Oh, that's shedding, eh? Seriously, what? Lovely stuff. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.